Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review swatch tutorial and I'm going to be showing you guys how I make a 4 shadow palette into a 10 shadow palette for my Colourpop pressed shadows, which launched last month, I believe, in January. And I just saw them recently and I was like, I have to buy these shadows. They're so pretty looking. And I looked at people, you know, swatching them and using them, and I was like, wow, these shadows look really great. So I just had to pick them up. Okay, so Colourpop came out with 53 pressed shadows. That's how many I counted on the website just now. And I bought 38 because I didn't want to buy every single one because I thought many of the colors seemed very similar to each other. Out of the 38 are 2 palettes that are the low-key palette and the high maintenance palette. Now, the thing I don't really like about these is that they just give you a sleeve of the palettes and they give you these palettes that are pre-made that they also sell on the website. So nothing about the palettes are really special because you can make them yourselves, since all the single shadows in the palettes that they made are ones that you can buy anyway on the website. So that's all I really have to say about the high maintenance and the low key palette. Now I did something a little bit different. I went ahead and I took out the padding and everything out of the palettes, the empty palettes, and I put 10 shadows instead of 4, as you can see here. This is what I did to all of my shadows. The ones that I didn't do that to, I actually decided to take all the single shadows out of the 2 low-key and high maintenance palettes, and I put them in these little things that the actual shadows came in. And I'm going to show you guys how I make the palettes with those. Now to talk about the actual shadows, this is going to be like a really quick review. I don't like dragging it on and on and on. I really give them an A+. I like them a lot. I think they're very buttery and creamy. They do have a little bit of fallout. Some of the matte shades do, but that doesn't bother me. I also like the color selection that they came out in their first round of pressed shadows. I think it's like a really nice neutral and warm tone with a few like pops of color. They don't have like every color in the rainbow yet, but I do like the colors that they came out with. Like I said, a few of them were a little bit too similar for my taste, so I didn't buy all of them, and I think that that's a little bit of an issue for me to have shades that similar come out. I don't know. That just, I don't really like that because I personally feel like I'm getting ripped off a little bit. I mean, that's kind of weird to say, but I want shadows that are different from each other, that you can distinguish them and they work well together. I don't want one to be like yellow and the next one to be just a little, if you could please stop it, sir. One to be like a little bit less yellow, like I'm not really into that. So like I said, that's why I only bought the 38 instead of all of them. So yeah, all in all, I really do like the shadows. I think they're really pretty. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you some swatches. I'm going to show you actually all the swatches on my arm. And yeah, you guys can see for yourselves if it is good quality. Alright, so I'm just going to do a really quick tutorial for you guys using some of the shadows. First, I'm going to use the shade Wake Up Call as a transition shade all over my lid. Next, I'm using Silver Lining and focusing that in my crease. Now I'm going to take the shade 143 and pack it all over my lid and make it a little cat eye effect as well. I'm also going to take that same shade on a fluffy blending brush and apply it in the crease as well to make a bit of a gradient effect. Okay, now I want to go into this shade called Up and Up, which is a greenish, I don't know if it's a duochrome, but it's definitely metallic as you can tell. I'm going to put that on my bottom lash line. I'm using the shade Team Captain on my bottom lash line, but I'm using this shade a little bit closer to my waterline. Now I'm using the shade Checkmate to smoke out the bottom lash line. Now I'm using Double Date to make the inner corner iridescent looking. For my brow bone and inner corner highlight, I'm using the shade Liar Liar, which is a pearlescent pinky shade. Okay, and now I'm just going to throw on some eyeliner, mascara, and lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so when I bought my pressed shadows, there was a deal on Colourpop that stated that if you bought 4 eyeshadows, you get a free one of these, like empty palettes to put your shadows in. They only give you a maximum of 2, and I decided since I'm gonna have 4 palettes anyway because of the high maintenance and the low key palette and the 2 extra palettes that I get on top of that for free, that I was going to go ahead and, you know, take all the padding and everything out, because this is just one big long magnet strip in here, and make a full 10 shadow palette like I did with all of my other Colourpop shadows. So that's what I'm going to show you guys how to do really quickly, and hopefully you guys will get a cool looking palette out of this. Okay, so here is the original packaging, and what you do is you just pop this open, and we're gonna take a knife. It doesn't matter what kind of knife, it just has to be pretty sharp. Actually, first what I'm gonna do is lift up the center parts here like this so that it becomes unstuck. And then I'm gonna take my knife and stab it, and I'm gonna put the knife under and pull up. Do the same for the rest of them. Okay, now we can like easily lift this up, and what I'm going to do is make sure I don't pull up the magnet, but I'm going to really slowly pull this up. Like that, on both sides. And it's fine if like some of the foam gets left on here like this did. It's actually even better with the foam left on. And as long as you pull this off slowly, you will most likely be able to do this. So I'm just gonna start it with my nail. And once I've started it, I can just roll it with my finger. I made the mistake the first time of like ripping the foam up really fast, and what it did was it picked up most of this sticky part and left just like the ultra sticky part that you have to peel off with your nail, and it was really difficult. So my first one was just really bad. All right, so now I have a full empty palette. So what I'm gonna do is, I mean, obviously just put the shadows in. And there you go. This is the high maintenance palette right here. And this is the low key palette right here. So I have these in a separate one because they're kind of special in that they had their own palette before. So that's why I put these in their own separate palette. And there you go. That's how you make a palette that holds more than 4 using the Colourpop empty palettes. Okay guys, so that's everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope that my video will help you make an educated decision based off of everything that I showed you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely leave a comment. I want to know what you guys think, and I want you guys to give me some feedback. Let me know what I can improve on. I know I used to say this in my older videos, but I really do want to know what I can improve on, because I can always improve, you know, getting better and knowing what you guys actually want to see. So please leave me a comment saying what you guys want to see of me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.